showdown in Horton Square. This town ain't big enough for the four of us.
Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young-and-the-Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take Two Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey, well, good evening, everybody. I'm David, and this is Take Two Radio Soaps and Review, and I have the whole cast of characters with me today. Hey, group.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Bonjour, everybody. Bonjour. We have Candice.
Hi, everybody.
CAROLYN.
Hello, hello.
Anthony.
You know I'm here.
Yeah. And all of us would like to welcome back Casey Stephen Hutchinson.
Oh, you called me by my government name.
Did that
trouble? You
so,
laid it.
so security number?
How about that? Oh, I know.
Everybody.
Shame on me. Shame on me.
The IRS
We
is
have-
calling, David. You're responsible for half the fines.
I thought I
Had to
was
do.
in trouble by my mother.
Dang, he like called you all out.
We-
Welcome back, Casey.
Welcome
Well,
back,
thank
Casey.
you very much for the show, and I've missed ranting to the fans, and I would say I've missed bashing Vivian Giovanni, but, you know, she off days for a long time now, so maybe I'll find something new.
Leave that poor girl alone while she bags her groceries in the Stop and Shop up in Maryland. Oh, please.
It ain't nothing wrong with that either.
Please.
I actually, what is she up to nowadays?
Please.
Does anybody know?
She's bagging groceries at the Stop and Shop, I'm telling you.
No, she's actually, I know what she's doing. She's actually living her best life right now. And we want that. We want everybody to be happy.
We do. Mm-hmm. We absolutely do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Tonight, dear folks, we have no interview, but we do have recaps and commentary on all 4 daytime soaps currently on the air. And let's start off with a birthday wish to the one and only Jeannie Cooper of Young and the Restless.
Oh.
Yes.
God bless her soul.
One of my favorites.
My God.
Yeah.
Rest in peace and go on and give those angels hells, Jeannie.
Yeah, I just said, my dear God in heaven, how much do we miss her? And if you're a Young and the Restless fan, you can only imagine what she'd be thinking right now. Oh, we got
Oh. We can only imagine.
I said I was going to be good, right? I did tonight. I said it was going to be good.
Yep.
You did. You promised. Now, see, I did not make such.
See, I didn't promise. Wait a minute. I didn't promise. I said I would be good. I didn't say a promise. A promise is a promise, but I didn't.
All right.
Because when you good, you're good, but when you bad, you just so much better, to paraphrase Ms. Dietrich. But see, I made no promise.
Yeah.
I made no statement. In fact, I redecorated and renovated my soapbox. I added some fairy glitter and some moon glitter and No, and it's out right center stage in my living room right now because there are a few things that I think need to be said this week. David, do you mind if I take center stage for a moment?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Over the last couple of weeks on various social media outlets, there's been a lot of chatter. There's been a lot of misinformation put out there, both by fans and by some, let's call them slightly dubiously credited websites that stir up a lot of fan discourse. And we at Take the Soaps, and myself especially, would like to remind you guys that not everything you see, read, or hear is a credible source.
Amen.
Amen. So before you take it to the bank and before you take it to a rant, consider the source. Maybe sit back for a moment and watch and see if credible sources like Mr. Hutchinson, who scooped some good information this week, like myself, who have brought you some credible, very credible information right here on this soap and on my actual blog postings, and other credible sources confirm what you see and read. Having said that, there are a couple other points that I want to address. It's a really dubious time for our soaps. There are only 4 left on the actual network airwaves, and none of them are contracted outside this decade. Not that that really matters. Those of us sitting on this blog right now know that in a heartbeat a soap can be canceled. And having said that, the reason I'm saying that is because there's also been a lot of actor backlash on their own pages based upon actions and reactions their characters make on our shows. Here's the thing, guys. Opinions are like the poop shoots. Everybody's got one, and here's mine. The more, ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? I'm wiping as we speak. But yeah. Before it turns into diarrhea, let me finish. You know, here's where it stands. The more negativity we put out there, each negative post ends up counting as 1/8 of a viewer. So 8 negative posts equal up to a viewer. If you think of it in those terms, we're turning off about 700 viewers a day with the negative discourse that's out there. 700 people who might tune in to see something like the hotness of Ben and Sierra, Ben, playing with a cereal box, or the hotness of Sam and Jason possibly rekindling. Oh, Lord Jesus, why is it taking so long? Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm in my rant. I'm supposed to be a public service.
Yeah, that's me. That's my segment.
Yeah, but, all kidding aside, 1/8 of a viewer every negative post. That's what it costs us. So, guys, if you're a true soap fan, like the 5 of us on this call right now are, call these people out. Stop them from bashing specific actors. Stop them from bashing our shows. We may not like what we see. We may not like the direction it's going in, but we can constructively offer our opinions rather than bashing. And I'm going to kick my soapbox back under the couch. God, it looks so pretty tonight. And say thank you for allowing me to. And remember that, guys. One more thing. I say this a lot about my political posts, and y'all know that I don't put many up there. For every political post that I do post on social media, I make sure to send a communication to one of my elected representatives to balance it out. If we do the same thing with soaps and show, as Candice always says, we have tons more power as soap fans than we realize. If we do it constructively, we can keep these shows going. And I was part of a focus group this week for ABC. There's possibilities of more soaps coming onto the air. Yeah. They are exploring the possibilities. So the more positivity we put out there, the more likely it is to keep the 4 that we have and to add to our stable of shows. Possibly bringing back shows that we thought are completely dead forever.
So if I could just...
That's promising.
I would like to chime in. First of all, I just have to say thanks for allowing me back. I'm ready to unpack our shows tonight. But anyway, so as Anthony mentioned, I broke exclusively that Tyler Christopher was out for good at Days of Our Lives. I got to preach to y'all for a second, all you soap fans out there. I did post in my articles that I did know the reason why, and a lot of you do as well. But here is the thing. I am not telling anybody directly the reason. And y'all need to lay off, okay? Yes, we look up to these people. Yes, the soap actors have raised us, basically, because they're in our living rooms every day. But here's the thing. They are also human. Tyler Christopher, all he needs right now is just prayers, if you believe in that stuff. And he just needs us to help him get better, and hopefully he'll end up back on our TV screens one day. I was going to save that for when we get to Days of Our Lives, but since Anthony did a great speech on these specific sites out there, I thought I would just go into that. So, I said my piece.
And
I'm sorry, I just want to piggyback on that for a second. Not every actor, Tyler Christopher, Eileen Davidson, are leaving their respective shows because they're in the works to go somewhere else. Sometimes what they tell us, the reasons they give us, are the truth. And as Casey just said, they are people with families, with feelings, and with a body of work that deserves respect. So celebrate the work that they've given us. And if they end up on another show in a year or so, celebrate that they're back. But, don't bash them for leaving. Because sometimes in life we have to make choices that are not popular.
And I guess I'm going to say this. We all, do not want this genre to suffer. We've all seen the ups and the downs of this genre through cancellations, our favorite actors and actresses leaving, storylines going yin-yang and everywhere. The one thing that I'm going to say is that we now live in the world of social media. And the thing is that we have more access to a lot of soap stars that we have in the past. And one of the things that's irked me the last couple of weeks is, everybody can have an opinion. It's a free country. You can have an opinion. That's fine.
Yeah.
But be respectful and don't tag the actors. Because what you're trying to do is being a little childish. If you want to praise the actors like Eileen Davis this week, killed it on Young and the Restless in the last couple of weeks, you can praise her. But if you have a negative comment about these actors, don't tag them, because what you're doing is you're trying to create some attention to yourself. And you're starting to ball a chain, pretty much, that is going to roll to the point that it's going to get bigger. I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not that type of person yet. But if you've been following soap Twitter, you know that there was two actors, well respected, in my opinion, as well as your guys. I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm talking about.
We do.
It was something that somebody said that wasn't even it was taken out of context. I mean, some people could see where they were wrong, and some people could see where it was like, okay, it wasn't a big deal. But they turned it into something more than it was. And another actor commented on it, and another actor responded. In other words, what people are trying to do is create tension between two actors. And I'm going to tell you something. As a teacher and as a soap fan, I don't got time for that. I don't have time for that. Because it's breaking down this genre. That's what it's doing.
You all need to remember two very important things. First, I'm going to repeat myself. 1/8 of a soap fan, of a soap viewer. That is very important to remember. And two, every single one of these people has a mother, a grandmother, a set of children, a spouse, people that they have to see every day at work. This is just not fair. We don't bully. We don't allow bullying in any other workforce. We have got to stop it in our soap world. We absolutely have to stop it.
Pretty much. I mean,
just like having children, you have to support them, and that's That goes a long way as supporting. Reinforces, builds their self-esteem, but tearing down never. It's not good. So that's my say. Support our soaps. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, respect the genre, because
that's right.
the thing is that, and one of my friends say it all the time, we as soap fans are our own worst enemy. When it comes down to it, we are our worst enemy. And the thing is that all of us have been watching soaps for, collectively, if we really tally it up, over 50 years. If you think about it. So we've all seen the cancellations of soaps. We've seen the cast tensions. We've seen pay cuts. We've seen bonuses. We've seen the sets being brand new to some sets being let go, and the fan base wars.
Well, and I've got to piggyback off what Candice just said. As soap fans, and I thought about this last night, as soap fans, this has been a very hard year for us to be soap fans. And, this doesn't have anything to do with the writing or anything. It has to do with some big stars leaving each show. It has to do with what was touted as the new generation of big stars leaving the show. No matter how you felt about them, like people like Chloe Lanier or Christopher Sean, those people were set to be the future of this genre. And, big stars have left. Every soap has sunk to new lows in the ratings. And it's also been a hard year creatively. And so, as soap fans, if we want to keep these shows alive, we need to stop bashing and come together in large numbers and fight for these shows. Because here's the thing. Every day I see people say, oh, they canceled, the great soaps and left us with these shows. I'm like, are you kidding? Because these shows historically are some of the best of the bunch that have ever been created. And I want to see The Young and the Restless on for another decade. I want to see Days of Our Lives on for another decade, so on and so forth. So instead of bashing, try constructive criticism. Try actual things on how you can help improve these shows. Instead of saying, Frank Valentini, stop that, show this person and that person. Give them valid reasons. Maybe say, to Frank, oh, I really liked Laura returning. Here's a possibility of how to improve her return, and maybe you can take it under consideration. There's ways to improve our shows without being so mean, and I think Candice and Anthony have given all of you fans who do that stuff really good ways on how to improve your posts on social media.
And I always say, and here's the thing, I always say it's a two-way street. I do say this a lot because as soap fans, like we just gave you reasons. We want these shows to stay on. We do not want to suffer another cancellation. I constantly tell people I can't talk. If it ever happens, I can't talk. I will not talk about it. You look at, the source, like the mainstream sources like Google, Yahoo, Entertainment Weekly, TV Line and stuff. And when it comes down to soaps in general, okay, it's always about the negative. Doug Davison leaves after 40 years. Jeannie Francis was let go. Tension on CBS or, NBC and ABC. You don't really hear about the positives. But let me just say this. To the executive producers at these shows, I want you to really listen to your fans. Because the thing is that we know the shows. We go through decades of the shows. And once in a while, you can switch a little something here and a little there, but don't overly do it. However, at the same time, to the executives who's running the show, you have to give us fans insurance. You have to ensure us that you are not going to destroy a legacy that we've been watching since we were little kids. That has been a part of our family's tradition. Because I'm going to, I can dish and I can take. I can dish and receive. And the thing is that all 4 of these shows, they have executive producers with experience. Some may disagree, some may agree. The thing is that their job is really tough. And yeah, we all can bash all of them. We can find something that we can bash them on. But we also can praise them.
Oh, yes, we can.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a two-way street.
Here's the thing that has to be recognized. Every single one of these shows has a page. Every single one of these pages has links to the executive producers, has links to the powers that be at the networks. So instead of going onto an I Love Soaps or a blog this, blog that, so on and so forth, go to that cute little page and click that cute little link and with respect, I'm sure I'm not saying that word correctly, but with respect, formulate that opinion into a cute little email and send it off. Now, I know somebody that's on this blog right now has a big bone to pick with General Hospital, and I'm sure I know why, and I'm sure I agree. But I would like to applaud General Hospital for a moment for one thing. Twice in recent history, they made a huge mistake by letting go a certain actress, or I should say 2 certain actresses, and twice they listened to the fans, they listened to the grassroots campaigns to bring these wonderful women back to the canvas in a remarkable way. General Hospital is definitely listening to us when we would do it in respectful channels, so on and so forth. Days of Our Lives, another one that has listened to the fans. They've made some mistakes. They may correct Steve Nichols. They may not correct Steve Nichols. But they have definitely listened to the feedback out there and corrected their mistakes. So when we do it the right way, we do have the power to affect change. It gets done the right way. Jeannie Francis is back on the canvas, and her character is looking strong, looking lovely, and it's all thanks to the fans, the grassroots campaign to bring her back.
Mm-hmm. Michael Easton was another one.
Absolutely. Michael Easton, Rebecca.
Look, Michael Easton done played 83 characters on ABC Daytime.
You are so rude.
I mean, and I meant that as a compliment because I don't think there's a better example of that than Michael Easton because he really has 83,000 characters on one soap opera. I mean, even though it's kind of almost a creative criticism, it's also a great example because, that is an actor that people die for. I mean, people love them some Michael Easton, and I do too. I also like looking at him, them pictures back in the 90s when you used to take a shirt off. But, so when you are respectful, because notice, General Hospital was not looking at bringing Jeannie Francis back until fans got a little more respectful because we went in at first, and I was one of them. But you just respect the genre, respect their craft, respect that they turn out 260 episodes a year, then they will start looking at us with respect. Because notice, we get treated stupid when we act stupid. So just, be careful what you say. Be careful how you treat these people because they really want to love us. They really want to love their fans. But they're not going to love us if we don't give them some love back.
Amen.
Very well said. Yep.
Eileen Davidson is leaving. Her final scenes are taped. She's got a couple more air dates. But all of her exit interviews have basically, in one form or another, kind of said what we're saying right here. Very respectfully, very wonderfully, very classy. She said it's not about the backstage turmoil. It's not about screen time. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing. She said over and over again, I'm an actress. I play what they give me to play. And I have loved playing every moment of it for you, the soap fans. if she can be classy like that, we can be classy in the way that we ask for returns, that we ask for storyline changes, that we ask for our shows to respect our intelligence.
The more you know.
Yeah.
You were going to do that.
And she's been letting her fans know for a long time that she's been planning on leaving. I mean, it's not like overnight. So I don't know why they're all fired up. I really don't.
So, well, she knew this about a year ago.
Yeah, more than that, because I watched her on Housewives. So she's been intimating that she was working her way out. Yeah.
I mean, not even a Days of Our Lives exit has taken this long. This has been the longest exit in soap history. I mean, she announced it like 38 years ago. And no.
I'm just gonna say this. I think a lot of people, because with all the recent stuff that's going on behind the scenes of all the shows, and I'm not just calling you out, Young and the Restless, I'm talking about all of it. It's when we hear that some, like an actor is quote unquote taking a vacation, or, you know, is dropped to recurring or leaving, we as soap fans, we want to know the why, how come, what made them choose to do this. And, you know, if you've seen all of Eileen's interviews and everything, this was, again, her decision. She wasn't forced. This wasn't a situation that happened at the network to force her out. You know, there is times where we have to also understand, you know, like we said, there are people. And just like people, they need a break. You know, sometimes it's like, you know, I'm doing all of this. It's emotional. It drains me. But at the same time, these people have children that were babies when the show started, and now graduating high school and going to college. And it's like, you know, they want to have that time to them. They want to dedicate the time to their own family. Think about it.
Kind of
30 years.
Early retirement, and she lost her
right.
mother.
Well, she even said that. She's not even retired. Yeah. She's just taking a break. And that's, I mean, who knows, next year doing sweeps, either Young and the Restless or Days is going to see Eileen Davidson again, and she's going to be whipping that thing with the hair. She's going to be...
Here's what I want. I want for Eileen to come back to Days for like 1 week so we can get some scenes with Stacey Hyduke as Susan and Eileen as Kristen.
Yeah.
I think that would be a hoot.
Yes.
I would buy that.
Yeah, it would be nice.
All right.
She's strong. They crucified her on the Housewives, so this is all a learning experience, and I think it's been good for her. And she's leaving very gracefully, and she's always been a lady. That's what I like about her.
Yeah, and honestly,
I completely agree.
I have to piggyback once again on what I said before. You know, she plays what they gave her to play. Ashley Abbott that's leaving is Ashley Abbott of a certain regime concoction. It's not her. She does not decide what her character is going to do. And we don't have to love it. We don't have to like it. But unfortunately, we've got to accept it and kind of move on.
They're entertainers. They're entertainers. They're doing the best they can with what they're got to deal with. Yep.
Yeah.
To me personally, the saddest thing in the whole thing is the swirl that we're gonna miss. I wanted to see more swirl with Neil. I wanted to see more swirl.
Yeah.
Me too.
You all know that has been my dream couple ever since Maria tested them like a decade ago. I have been ride or die for Ashley and Neil, and when they got together and Kristoff finally got to take his shirt off again and be showing him the black sports briefs. Oh, damn. Okay. And Eileen Davidson, let me tell you, Eileen Davidson is looking hella good. And they were just so sexy. They were very Bill Bell 90s Young and Restless because, you know, Bill Bell, like Sharon and Nick, for example, Sharon and Nick were basically a softcore porn back in the day. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Nick would like kiss up Sharon's thigh, and you'd see Sharon Case flipping her hair and moaning. And so Ashley and Neil were kind of a return to that sexy pairing at a certain age, which was even more fun. And I just hope that we can do that again with somebody else, you know, maybe give Peter Bergman finally an age-appropriate love interest, because, you know, every time they bring somebody on for him, they're like 32 years old. And look, I love Peter Bergman, but, you know, I don't think anybody wants to kiss some dry-ass old man lips. But, yeah. So, anyway, we'll just see what happens, and we're really going to miss Eileen.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Got it off your chest.
Okay.
Got it off.
Why don't we start with YNR while we're at it there?
I was just going to say the same thing.
Juicy. That's all I got to say about Young and the Restless. Juicy.
Yes. And once again, I feel bad for the blonde-headed stepchild that's not a stepchild, Miss Tracy. Lord, I love when they bring her back, but Lord, could you give her some, could you give her some respect? She is Tracy Abbott. It is time, to give her a little meat to play that's not, supporting the meat of Jack or the meat. She can carry it herself.
Well,
she has.
I had tweeted out that the whole hashtag Give Beth a Contract thing that I started, and Eileen Davidson retweeted it with a comment agreeing with me, and Beth Maitland retweeted it. It's time to give Beth Maitland a contract, and the show is desperately in need with an Abbott leading lady, because nobody knows how to write Abby, which is a cry and a shame. I don't know why she's the driest character in Daytime when she has such an important history, with Ashley deciding to steal Victor's goo juice and, inject himself. But anyway, so the Abbott family desperately needs a character to be the lead besides Jack and Billy. I'm going to be real. I think Jack kind of needs to be backburnered for about a month or two so they can figure out where to take the character.
Thank you.
In a good direction. Jason Thompson needs to be backburnered for about a month so they can figure out what to do, because I'm going to be real. I love Billy and Phyllis, but I think it's time for them to come to an end. And, so Tracy needs to come on. Beth Maitland needs a contract because there's actual story in place to tell with Tracy. And I think that they need to start telling it like right now. So they build up a good leading lady in the Abbott family as Eileen Davidson comes to the end of her episode.
Yeah, a good leading lady. We've got a lady here. We've got a chance, So let her come to the fore and be the woman that's going to take charge, and she can do it.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I like Tracy, and I love Beth, and I agree she should be on contract. Here's the thing. I saw it on social media, but I also thought about it. They need a voice of reason on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, the last voice of reason was Catherine Chancellor, and sadly we don't have her anymore. So we have to look, and I always say this about all the shows, but mostly Young and the Restless. They have to look towards the next generation. And Tracy is the voice of reason. If you've seen this week's episodes, you know what I'm talking about. Tracy can see the negative and the positive in a person. She can see a negative and a positive in a situation, especially when she saw Lily in jail. She's like telling her to keep her faith and everything. They need that type of character. I agree. They need to regroup the Abbott family and whatnot. of course, with Billy and Phyllis, look, this whole summer situation was to end silly, okay? And now we're going to get ready for Billy. We're going to get ready for Victoria and Billy. We all knew this was going to happen down the line. It was going to come. A certain day it was going to happen where they're going to get back together. With Y&R right now, it's a transition. It's in a transition period. And
we
they
know
need to... Yeah, we know why, but at the same time, even if you didn't know why, you still can see, you look at the landscape, and you can see the next generations happening. With Summer, Billy, and I can't think of her name right now. What's the girl that Kyle's with right now? Lola. You're seeing the next generation of an Abbott and Newman. Can y'all see it? The pairing up of, so you're seeing that kind of tone happening. But yeah, going back to Tracy, we need a voice of reason. Hey, CBS, knock, knock. Who is it? Contract for who? Beth.
Well, I also just want to throw in here, Tracy also, we need a man for her. General Hospital played us really nicely, and they didn't play to the hilt the way they could have with the Epiphany Milo storyline. It's time for them to play up the strong woman looking like a woman really looks in America, and getting the man that we all wish we could have, myself included. I'm not even going to look to say who's on Kansas right now and say, you know what, bring somebody like a Wild Bill kind of character in and have him dumbstruck for Tracy.
They really need to get Tracy with a sexy man. Like, get somebody, with Tracy's like dumbfounded that somebody likes her, that's sexy and young, and do a story where, Tracy's like, well, I don't
back for her.
Bring her other side out. Bring her other side out.
I'm not supporting that. Because I want Tracy hunching on somebody young,
That's
like
right.
Red. I want dirty. And people are shocked by it. Like, she tries to hide it at first, like she's almost ashamed. But then, when it comes out, they're all like, Tracy hunching? And then you bring Steve back. Let's say Steve decides to come back and try to win Tracy back, and she's like, I don't want your old ass. I don't want the dust getting in my cooter, because she's hunching somebody.
That's real life. Yeah, that's real life.
Yeah, she's hunching somebody bold and beautiful, young and restless. So, get Tracy with somebody sexy as hell. Have her go after Neil. Ashley out of town. Maybe Neil still wants some Abbott booty. So get Tracy with somebody hot and good looking, because let me tell you, Beth Maitland has earned her stars and stripes with this show.
Yes, she has.
Get her.
God, how many years has she been on there now?
She for
30?
On and off.
30.
How long?
30. On and off for 36
years.
Wow.
Yeah. She has an Emmy.
Yeah.
She still looks damn good. I mean, can we talk about how hot Beth Maitland still looks? And that is no joke. Beth Maitland.
And she's a real woman. She's a real woman.
And here's Beth Maitland is very old school soap, because for all of you fans of the old days, the whole concept of having luscious and beautiful people really didn't start until the 80s, because before that there were really normal looking people on the soap. And Beth Maitland is the everyday woman. She is the everyday woman, and I would like Young and Restless to explore something that an everyday woman goes through. And
she has the strength.
Perfect.
Has the strength. She's got the motherly side to her. She's
I want, here's the thing. Have Tracy join Tinder You know, have her, like, get involved with one of these young kids who she, like, mentors, and, like, have Lola say, you know, have Lola get really close with Tracy. You know, she's best friends with her nephew's girlfriend. And
wait, Tracy, let me just throw this out for a second. Bring Ravi back and have him suddenly realize, as much as I loved Ashley, wow, Tracy got it all.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what he'd be looking at one day is Tracy wearing some tight pants, and, you know, she just went shopping. She got some tight pants on, and Ravi's
get her up in the EVM club. Exactly, yes.
He just wants her to throw it back, and, yeah, so, you know, I like that idea. I like it. And then, you know what? Bring Walt Willie on. Bring Walt Willie on as Steve. I think that would be fire. And,
yes.
Because,
yes.
Yeah, Walt Willie on as Steve. And have this try, you know, is Tracy going to pick the young, you know, good-looking guy, or is she going to go back to, you know, what she's always known? Have this more be about Tracy going on a journey to find herself.
But at the same time, also taking the helm and the chair. The chair that went out the window. Tracy taking the chair of the family, the business, and her own womanhood, sexiness, and life.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. I think we also should address the fact that there's been a lot of uproar online about the destruction of the core families and bringing in new families on The Young and the Restless. I know I have an opinion. I think, me personally, I'd like to say that new blood is the lifeline of soaps. We're not going to be able to go forward into the next decade with only what we have. They have to continually, like Margot on General Hospital, you know, like they did with Christopher, a.k.a. Paul, on Days of Our Lives. Unfortunately, he's leaving, but they have to introduce blood. They have to.
Yeah, you're totally, because here's the thing. You know, yes, I am awfully sad about Tracy Bregman not being played 5 days a week. Yes, I am sad about the whole Doug Davidson situation, which he kind of did to himself. Yes, I am sad that Laura Lee Bell is not on every day, but, you know, that's kind of her choice. But here's the thing. This show is called The Young and the Restless.
Yes.
And, you know, I had a talk with a fan about this, Miles on Twitter. You probably all know Miles. He's the biggest now young cheerleader. Miles, I love you, but you know we can get into some arguments sometimes. And he brought up when he said something to the effect like, let's not pretend like Bill Bell didn't bring on 2 new families in the 90s. Here's the thing. Bill Bell would bring people, but not at the expense of the characters who led his show. Yeah. Bill Bell knew where his money was at. And Bill Bell knew that, yes, these were great characters to bring on. Yes, the audience would fall in love with them. But he didn't get rid of Drusilla. He didn't get rid of Jack and Victor. You know, so I think, you know, the Rosales family is a great idea to explore. I'm loving Lola and Kyle and how organic that is. But here's the thing. I think Y&R needs to find a way to balance its cast more and really look at where their money shots are. Because here's the thing.
Abby and Devin.
Yeah.
Abby and Devon.
Their money is... Abby and Devon is great. People have been wanting it for years. And Neil is a money shot. Lauren and Michael are a money shot. I'm sorry, but, you know, Gina Tognoni's Phyllis is a money shot if she's in the right story. And right now I think that's another character that needs to be backburnered so they can look at what to do with her. Because fans really want Nick and Sharon to be together forever. Because here's the thing. Right now, I don't ever want to see Nick and Sharon together again because it's the same old story, and it's getting so tiring, especially when Sharon is 45 years old. You know, it's just getting tiring. So, you know, find out where your money shots are, Young and Restless. And if you find out where they are, then fans will accept people like the Rosales family a lot more. Just find out what fans really want and then play the Rosales family every day. That's why people like Lola so much, because people are going crazy over Michael Mueller. Me too, because let me tell you, he's got all the right bulges in all the right places. And the fact that they finally have him punching somebody is amazing. That's why people are gravitating towards Lola the most. And so if they continue this path with Lola, then people may become more accepting of the Rosales family. But right now, they're not really accepting.
I got to get on my soapbox because, see, y'all. Okay, I'm getting on my soapbox. That's nice and red, like the red carpet at the Emmys. Okay, so here's the thing. You're right. With Bill Bell, I mean, it's amazing to me. I always say this. There's different versions of Young and the Restless fans as well as soap fans. There's the fans who can remember a certain time when the soap changed over to the current soap, which everybody has been watching from there to now. A lot of people forget that this show was not based around the Abbotts and Newmans. Oh, no.
It wasn't. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Brooks and Foster. Right, and then it was the Chancellor family, and then it integrated to the Newman family. Then it went to the Abbott family, and so forth and so forth. Then you had the Baldwin family. The thing is, though, with Young and the Restless, right, when they introduced a character, it didn't overlap and take away from the characters, like we said, away. With this family, we want to see Neil, Devon and Kane and Lily and Charlie and Maggie more than just Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, they're part of the fabric of Young and the Restless. Okay, Lily is a legacy character. For those who didn't know, he is. Kane, even though he is a part of the fabric of Young and the Restless because of association with Lily.
Fabric.
You know what, Bobby? But
he's
no,
part
like
of the fabric that got washed.
He's part of the family of our lives. But the thing is that when I watch Young and the Restless now, it takes me back to 2005, 2004, 2005 of Gone Light, when they were kind of like having the new characters kind of overshadow the vets a little bit. And a lot of people weren't too thrilled about the less screen time for the Bauer family. Y'all remember that? And now I'm looking at Young and the Restless, and I'm like, man, I want to see more of Michael and Lauren. I want to see more of Sharon and Nick, who are the new Victor and Nikki of the next generation. Think about it. At the same time, I do want to see new blood into it because that's the only way some of these shows, like you said, will survive. However, at the same time, with Ray, he's Dylan 2.0 to me right now. I love you, Jordy. I love you. But when I look at it, I'm like, wait a minute, didn't we just play this character? And, with Arturo, he reminds me of Zach because I still feel as though there's something negative with him, like he's a user. And I'm just looking at, like you said, Lola, she's so fresh. She's a girl that's not a princess. She doesn't have daddy or mommy's money. She's not like, oh, I'm going to buy me a Chanel purse today. No, I'm about to cook some rice and serve it up for y'all. Like, she's a worker, and I appreciate that because that reminded me a little bit of Agnes Nixon.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a lot of Drew and Neil, because Neil, by the time Drew came on, Neil was just working up the corporate ladder, and he was finally getting out of the basement at Newman. And then here comes this girl along who everybody thinks is kind of from the wrong side of the tracks, but, you know, it's the man who sees potential in her. And it's an organic love story. And this is so Bill Bell. You really have to say, I know fans are like, oh, I hate Mal Young. He's destroying Bill Bell's legacy. Is he destroying it, or is he adapting it for a new audience? Yes, there have been a lot of mistakes in the road, but Kyle and Lola are what Bill Bell would have told if he had these characters on canvas, and nobody can tell me different. I know that man would have told this story if these characters were on the canvas 25 years ago.
Yes.
I agree.
And you know what?
I agree with that.
I want to piggyback on top of that and just say, okay, first off, the Jack and Ashley scenes, phenomenal. So Bill Bell.
Yep.
But a little not shined, not really paid attention to, but was so Bill Bell was also Tracy and Kyle. That whole scenario where she acknowledged that he's just been a side piece his entire life. And the beat that they played throughout that whole set of scenes was very Bill Bell. And nobody.
Story. Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
I was just going to say that, you know, nobody took a highlighting pen to that because it was just kind of lost in all the phenomenalness of the letting out of a storyline that we all hated. Let's be real. There's not really that many fans that like the idea that Jack wasn't an Abbott, that Jack went through that whole. And
I love it.
Me personally, I didn't love it because it wasn't told the right way. But the way that they pulled it back, now I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
I have to
we've
say
got to
this.
give.
Oh, go ahead, Casey.
We got to give credit where credit is due. The Young and the Restless' secret co-head writer, Candice Mack.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are they hiring?
Look.
I think I get a check.
He was already hired. When was the hire date, Candice?
Let's see. I don't know. I guess like a couple of weeks ago. No, here's the thing. I know a lot of people are split about that storyline, about Jack not being an Abbott, and then Ashley was the one who did all this damage. To me, because I somehow remember this, when back in the 80s when Jack, played by Terry Lasner, used that paternity against Ashley so he could be CEO, and every time that Ashley was trying to move up, Jack was trying to figure a way to not get her to have that top spot.
Right.
Ashley has gone through an emotional, mental abuse, breakdown, you name it. And the thing is that for years, and one of the things that longtime viewers had in the back of their head is like, what if Ashley was the real Abbott and Jack wasn't? Like, how would that mess with his ego? Because Jack tried on that. He was like, I'm John Abbott's son. I run Jabot. Nobody else is going to run Jabot. And for those fans who said something about the blood clause just being a brand new thing, let me tell you something. History lesson for you. Back in the early 90s, once upon a time, there was a man named Jack Abbott. He did not like Victor Newman. Oh, no, he did not like his sister being bongy with Victor Newman.
Right. Yeah.
No. So Ashley had a little breakdown. She was unable to take care of the CEO business at Jabot. So what did she do? She told Victor while she's recovering, he could step in as CEO for just a few until she got back on her foot. That's where the blood clause came in at, folks. Jack did not want any outsiders to run Jabot because he felt as though that was his company, the same company that he made public and gave John Abbott a heart attack, by the way. So that's where that came in. And the thing is that right, go back on YouTube. It's on YouTube. But the thing is to me, I love the fact that this character has been living with that for 30-something years, because being an abbot was her shield. That was her protection. So, yeah, when people found out she wasn't that person, her whole identity, her whole life, it was over. It went up in flames. And Jack kept rubbing it in. Yeah.
It was so traumatic that she lost her memory for a short time. Remember when they found her in another town? And that's how traumatic it was. And so the fact that Ashley threw this in Jack's face and did what she did, and people are having a problem with it, really irks me so much.
Me too.
It was like, have you not been watching the damn show for the past 36 years? And I'm sorry,
No.
he's my bud. He is.
And again,
I love him to death. He has the best tweets in the world. But I really got to go after people like Matt Hanvey and others who do this. They're only hating it because it's Mal Young at the helm. And, you know, when Maria would have her moments of brilliance and people would go after the show just because it was her. Forget whoever is at the helm of the show. Just forget. Act like their name isn't even on the screen. Because people cannot tell me that this story reignited the character of Ashley. I mean, it really did. Ashley has not been this hot in a very long time. And
exactly. Ashley's been in a coma for the last couple of years, and if you really take a look at the history, this is the woman who took sperm and injected it into herself to make sure that she had a human child. This is not what she just did the last year is not out of character. It is her returning to the character that's in the core.
And the thing is that I even like the one scene. There was two scenes last week that just had me was like, and that's how you sum it up. Is when Jack found out that he was an abbot. The first thing he said is, "I'm John Abbott's son again. I got my dad back." And he said it, and I'm looking at Ashley, and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't have told him, but that's just me because I'm that kind of person. But at the same time, like Ashley said, were you surprised that she did it? Because Jack's first person that came out of his mouth was, "Did Victor put you up to this?" Why would Victor do that to himself? Like, that's how, like, when he said that, I was like, wow, you underestimated Ashley again. Like, you don't think you could do this. This is the same woman who, like you said, like, has done so much. And you never would think, I mean, like, to me, this was where I was like, all right, you have to be Team Ashley. The only thing I didn't like, but then I kind of changed my mind about it, was how she played Dina.
I didn't like that.
I like that at first, and now I've changed my mind.
Right.
And she played Abby. I didn't like that either.
Well, here's the thing. I looked at it more so as Dina because here's the thing, and yes, Young-and-the-Restless, you didn't have to do the flashbacks because we already kind of felt this, is that Dina has permanently scarred Ashley. Whether it's, whatever. A mom left a daughter. If you break it down, a mother left her children to survive on their own. And the thing is that out of all the three kids, Ashley is the emotional one. We might say Tracy, but Tracy is the strength. Jack is the gloater. Ashley is the emotional one. She's held all this in. So when she planted that in Dina's mind about having an affair, I was like, damn, like, she shouldn't have used her health like that. But then I thought about it, like Casey probably did too, and I was like, you know what? She had a yard sale in the GC, so might as well use that. Actually, like put it out there, like put it in. Because Dina was a little hoochie mama too, so why not? So to me, I thought this story went back and resolved everything that a soap fan has been waiting for, like the payoff. Yes, it went yin yang everywhere. But I love the tie-in. I love how they did it.
And this has to be said. I'm sorry, but it has to be said. we would accept these actions from Victor and Jack. We would accept it from any man on the show without a qualm.
But not
the
Ashley.
fact that it's Ashley shouldn't make a difference. She went balls to the floor, pulled them back up, held them in her hands, and said, see, I can sit at the table, I can run this table, just like any other man.
You know, I loved that Abbott breakfast scene that we had last week. Last Wednesday. And it was so Bill Bell. I mean, honestly, the only thing that was missing was Mamie coming out with some sticky buns for them chillin'. I mean, the only thing that was missing was Tracy eating a sticky bun in the corner and then throwing it up with some Diet Pills.
Honestly, no. The only thing that was missing was Jill walking in and saying, yeah, I've been telling you for years. Here you go.
I would have loved if Jill gave Ashley a high five, because here's the thing, Jill loves Jack how Ashley does. Jill loves Jack when he is not, colluding to take somebody down, when he is not being a big fat you-know-what. But because here's the thing, Jill, back in the day, used to put Jack in his place. We all know that.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so Jill and Ashley love Jack in the same way. And so I wish Jill would have been there to give Ashley a high five and go, I get what you did it for, sister girl. And Jill would have given her a pat on the back for how she used Dina, because Jill hates that Alzheimer's heifer just as much as anybody else does.
Oh, yes. Okay, I hate to play Conkeeper, but we definitely have to move a little forward here. On. We've got 3 other soaps to cover.
We've been talking through them.
Let's jump right in. Let's jump right into Days for our queen, Miss CAROLYN. Hello, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, CAROLYN.
Hello.
Okay. Let's start with this. Everybody out in Soapland, y'all can take a big deep breath. Y'all all know Nicole ain't dead. They ain't nobody. She ain't dead. Nope. No, she ain't dead.
But you mean to tell me I had a funeral and everything for her? I had to wait.
No, there was no funeral.
Girl, okay, here's the thing I
got
to say.
Tears, my goodness.
We all know damn well Ariane Zucker's skinny ass could have fit through that hole. I mean, God, wow. Here's the thing. I'm about a month and a half behind on Days of Our Lives. Yes, I am. But I saw that promo with Nicole, and I'm like, bitch, get your ass out of this fire and crawl through that damn hole. I could have fit through that hole, and I'm 260 damn pounds.
Well, they said Eric could have.
If I could have pulled her out, Ariane Zucker could move those foam rocks out of her way.
I can't believe it. Y'all really mean Nicole's not dead? Like, seriously, I bought candles. I had sung Hallelujah. God bless the child. I sung all these songs while looking at the wall, and I was crying, and I had tears.
This was her exit.
This was it.
I'm just
I had a montage.
I may have said it on this show. I know I said it in various blogs, but we need a soap funeral. And Days, y'all are poised for it, but we're 6 months in ahead, so we ain't getting it for this storyline. But we need a soap funeral where someone goes off the rails and just starts to go, no, she ain't dead. She ain't dead. You were dead. You're back. You were dead. So is your mother. I mean, Princess Bob's
You mean to tell me I hugged up on Brady for no reason? I hugged up on Brady for sympathy, and y'all telling me that Nicole ain't dead. Y'all see?
Well, I had a moment when I was, because here's the thing, Days has been on point lately with how its production's been looking. I have to say lately, Days has actually been the best looking soap, and that is no joke, and I mean that. because they've really stepped up their production values.
They have.
And
I have to agree with you.
The lighting looks great. The show looks a little bit slick. And I had a moment where I was like, is Jill Farron Phelps over there producing for y'all? Because Jill Farron Phelps would have done this fire. I would have thought I was watching the damn news, because Jill Farron Phelps will get yourself looking hot. So I don't know if Ron called up old Jill and said, hey, girls, you want to go out to lunch? It's on me because I need you to get the fire done.
You know who that was. You know who that was. That wasn't Jill. That was. Yeah, they called me up. That's right. Because I know.
Candice, girl.
No.
Oh, Candice.
They called what can I say?
Spalding.
Exactly. No, it did look very like NBC. Well, I know NBC. NBC. I know you got some more money in the bank for days coming soon. Anyway, let me stop.
It was the best.
They blew the budget.
Well, they got some more money coming.
Looking disaster on that show since the Days After back in 2012. Remember how beautifully shot that Days After was 6 years ago?
Yeah.
This came very close to topping it, because, yes, we know that, if you were really directing it, then it probably didn't look the best. But on television, it looked visually stunning. So I really got to give their props there, because I was like, you all took a page out of Jill Farron Phelps' book. Like, I'm proud of y'all for, saving up your quarters throughout the year to shoot this.
Yeah.
Because
Ken Corday probably has a change cup in his office with a sticky note that says budget.
Yeah.
But I said, Days of Live's about to get some more money now. You rolling, Dave.
Yeah.
I just wish you would promote. The only problem, I mean, the production has been on point. I will definitely say that. But NBC, Days, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all need to promote that show a little bit better. Because
I agree. I agree.
I think I told me and Casey was talking off, on the side, and we said that NBC, Days of Our Lives is a part of your history, and you need to really promote. If you want viewers, promote the hell. Days is hot right now.
Well, here in Florida, they were promoting a lot more, and I noticed that they've stopped, and I don't know why.
They're coming up
honest,
on their 55-year anniversary, and they need to pull a page out of old school General Hospital. They need to do a primetime hour or 2-hour event crossover.
Anthony, I can't believe you just said because I was about to just say that. I really was. I was about to say that. I think that Days of Our Lives needs to do a huge event. You know what they should do? They should have Stefan when Brandon Barrage comes on, because Brandon will liven that part up a bit. But I think they should have Stefan do Cruise of Deception 2.0 and put it in a hour and a half, 2-hour time slot, and just have Stefan have Stefan find a journal of Stefanos and have him say, ooh, Stefan did what to lure all these people here? And have him do a ball, do something huge, and mark something in Days of Our Lives' history, anniversary or something, something like that. So
some kind of acknowledgement would work. Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
They're hotter. They're hotter than they have been in the last 25 years. They need to capitalize on it now. They need to do a couple of primetime crossovers as well, but they need a 2-hour special event on a Friday night, blow it out to celebrate the 55 years.
Oh, God. And you see the promo that Ron Calabardi would write? Here's what they really need to do, a Cruise of Deception 2.0. And save, I don't know how long it's been. Hasn't it been 26 years since that first happened. It's been something like that. And so they need to do 26 years ago. The biggest event in Day's history happened, and now it returned.
And here we are
show,
now.
You know what I would do? I would have, because Passions used to do them crazy ass events like the prom boat disaster, whatnot.
Yeah.
So I would do something like that almost. Like maybe Stefan does have plans for all these people, but they get foiled by like a tidal wave. You know what I mean? And just
I got to say this. We suspend our disbelief for so many things. Tout in a really believable way that somehow or another the essence of Stefano, and it would take, like you said, Walt Willie, Steve, it would take a phenomenal actor to carry this off, but Tout, somehow Dr. Ross found a way to take the essence of Stefano and transplant him into someone else and have the big 55 anniversary reveal be that Stefano is really behind the scenes puppeteering it all.
Yes.
I'm curious as to seeing what I know. November 8th is coming up, which is the anniversary, and I know that spoiler alert, wedding, which is good. I like that. But what I would love for them to do leading up to it, I would love if they do like little specials. Like how Young and the Restless did, and General Hospital did, like had the actors talk about some of their favorite episodes or do the introduction to Days of Our Lives. Nobody can really do an intro, but, just kind of like having that kind of moment and have a primetime special, like, because like Bold and Beautiful did for that 7,000th episode. Y'all remember that? Like it wasn't, anything. It was behind the scenes and stuff like that. I just think right now, Days of Our Lives, I've always said this is the gift to the fans who stuck with Days of Our Lives since the 90s. Because the 90s on up, that was a real trouble. James E. Riley, we go through it. We can give credit where credit's due. But Days of Our Lives has always been that soap that needed the TLC. And whether you rap for ABC or CBS, you did give Days some hugs, some love. And now Days of Our Lives is like, look at me, honey. I'm healed. I'm here, and I'm ready. So, to me, go big. NBC, go big. Let them host the Today Show.
I just came up with the best idea. We don't even need to go to primetime for their 2-hour special. Megyn Kelly just got canceled. Megyn Kelly just got canceled. Thank God. Hallelujah. Praise so. Jesus. Praise every industry. Jesus. Yeah. Bye, devil. Look, she must have been the demon that came out of Marlena, because let me tell you,
Lord help me. That's why I said David's budget is going to get bigger.
But because here's the thing, NBC is going to develop something else to go in that time slot. So what you do is you promote this 2-hour-long special for Days, and then while during that, you promote the new show you want to bring on. You know what I mean? So really, NBC has a way to rebuild its daytime lineup very organically and very, a fun way for the fans. So there you go. Do a 2-hour special for Days of Our Lives and promote your new show through it. Maybe, Marlena's going to say, "Oh, John, I hope I don't miss the premiere of Cameron Hall's Live. I really like that black coat and her hairstyle." And then at the same time,
Casey, you know what she's really going to say? Let's be real. Tap into my brain for a second. This is the promo. Is coming soon to NBC on Days of Our Lives. You have John and Marlena like in Hawaii or something like that. And Marlena's like, "John, thank you for taking me to another world." Premiering May 8th.
But in order, what we need? We need Marlena
before he comes walking up. Yes.
John.
All right.
Because
we got to go on.
I love Marlena. What they need to do is have a special looking back on Marlena's best moments of mooing and saying soap opera villain names. Oh, yes. Stefano.
The best Val and Wom.
I love you, Mr. Hall. I love you, girl. Come on our show sometime.
So,
now I want another world to come back.
What are you loving? What are you loving and hating about Days right at this moment?
What am I loving and hating about Days? I'm loving
Days?
everything. I'm
CAROLYN.
hating.
I'm hating that Tyler Christopher's leaving. I'm hating that. Actually, I really liked him and Marcy Miller together. I don't know about anybody else, but when she was Gabby and the black hair and whatever, they just didn't take that far enough for me. I like that.
Okay. David, you've been really quiet tonight. How are you feeling on Days? What's got you excited and what's got you a little like, what?
Well, I'm sort of waiting for Kate Manzi to come back on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's fairly soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go, but anyway. For me, that's just my opinion.
Are you excited about Rex being in town? Because I am.
Me too. Kyle Louder. You know they got Kyle Louder type business.
Oh yeah. That's
Okay.
going to be good. That's going to be good.
I'm just kind of sad they didn't drop him from the sky naked.
And at that time, I wasn't watching Days
Mm-hmm.
with the Gemini twins. I had to look it up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's recap for our listeners real quick. Also, how many initials did we actually see on the doors? We know that Jack Devereaux, Jay-Z must be Jack Devereaux. A.V. Everybody is speculating is Ava Vitale, although why, I can't imagine. Did we see any other initials?
I did.
There was
A.V., V.A., S.D., E.D.
Oh, that's right, S.D., yeah.
So we saw, these are the speculations. We saw Ava Vitale, Vivian Alamain, Jack Devereaux, Stefano DiMera, and E.J. DiMera. I think that's all of them.
A.D. was Angelica. A.D. was Angelica Devereaux. Well, yeah, A.D. Because we all know Judy Chapman is coming back. You know what, Judy? Hats off to you for doing dual roles. Love you, baby.
Yes.
Was that her? I have a question. Was that her in the Halloween promo with the purple eyes?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. That was my girl Judith. I don't know why she got purple eyes like Marlena had when she was a devil. Yes, I don't know why they got my.
I can't wait.
Doing that.
I can't wait
but
for
I
Halloween
gotta tell you what, Judith Chapman's Botox is looking fabulous. I don't know if she was like, "Ooh, I'm coming back today. It's time to get a new facelift." But Judith Chapman.
All right, I do have a question. I do have a question to pose, and I'm hoping either of you four can answer it for me. Yeah. There has been a post saying that Judith was left YNR to go to Days to play Leo's mom.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here's what I gotta say. Judith is doing double duty.
Take it, Casey, for me.
Judith is doing double duty. She has to shoot at Days a lot, okay? Because here's the thing. What Days is trying to do is bank her episodes. So Judith, I know for a fact, is shooting like crazy at Days right now because they're working this character in and, you know, she's shooting like crazy. She is. So the fact that this hot-looking Asian guy is on The Young and the Restless right now is not to replace Judith in any. This is not a Ray Rosales, Paul Williams situation. this is a situation where Judith Chapman needs to get used to pulling double duty and work her 2 soap schedules out. And plus, here's the thing. Judith is not a contract player on any soap, even though she should be. And so, she may not have any air dates currently at Y&R, which has happened before. I don't know why all of a sudden, because Mal Young is the head of the show, we're treating these recurring cast members who have been on recurring for like 10 years as contract players. I wish people would stop that. Y'all treating Tracy Bergman like she's been shown in 250 episodes each year. Okay? We've been used to this stuff for the past decade. So calm down. Judith Chapman, do her work. And in time, she will start shooting again at The Young and the Restless.
Okay, so it is true then. Because there was so much controversy just because someone reported that she was at Days, and then one source, I can't remember offhand who it was, said, we didn't say that she was doing this.
Well, that goes back to the point that I made at the beginning of the show. There are a bunch of soap supposed insiders that are blogging out there with supposed factual information that's based upon a little bit of rumor, a little bit of half-truth, and a lot of conjecture, and it stirs up a bunch of crap that need not be. Judith Chapman, from what we all understand, is very happy at the moment that she's getting all the work that she's getting, and when Y&R brings her on campus, so be it. She just wants to work.
Yeah,
she just wants
Judith. There are many people in this genre who are ride or die and will go to any soap. They are Lindsay Hartley, Judith Chapman, Mara West, Laura Wright, and Gina Tagnoni. They will do any work they can get in this genre. Here's the thing. They honestly don't need the work, okay? These are people who have very cushiony bank accounts, okay? Because they've had television careers that have gone even way beyond soaps. But they do it for the love of the genre and the love of the fans. And so don't, say Y&R is trying to push Judith Chapman out the door when she's just trying to get 2 paychecks. But before she does that, she needs to figure out the schedule of things. Okay? So, fans, calm down, okay? This lady needs to do something. It's just with Eileen Davidson when she was on both soaps. We wouldn't see her on Days as Kristen for 2 weeks because she needed to spend 2 weeks filming at Young and Restless. And I didn't hear y'all fans complaining then. This is nothing different. This is nothing
you take a look
different.
Days for a lot of the Young and Restless has always done that. I mean, even with Bold and Beautiful with Aaron B. Spears, he was doing that. And Greg Rickard, obviously, duh. So, look, people got to pay bills, too.
Right?
Amen. And Chapman's got to go drink wine in California. So...
That's the gist of it. We got to pay bills.
All right, guys. You know what? It's time to catch the red eye out to L.A. We got to keep it. We got to move it forward a little bit. We got to go out to La La Land, and quite frankly,
fall off of a cliff.
Oh please! It's like Lala from another planet. Over out there.
Fall off the rail. Off the rail.
I know. Bill is down again.
I've got to say this with Bold and Beautiful. You guys are going to be very proud of me. I watched a new episode of Bold and Beautiful for the first time in 6 months.
Oh my God, Casey.
Periodically, Casey needs a break from the Bold and the Beautiful. And so what I did to catch up is I read the recaps from Soap Central, like the weekly paragraphs. Thank you, Dan Kroll and his team. You guys do amazing at those weekly paragraphs. I love them.
Yes, they
They're
do.
my friends. I caught up. I tuned into Bold and Beautiful, not expecting to like anything per usual. I was like, you know what? I'm returning to my friends over at the podcast, so I got to watch this crap. And I tuned in, and I loved every single second. I was in love with the confrontation scenes between Bill and Ridge. I was in love with Heather Tom getting her 85th Emmy nomination. I was in love. I was in love with Catherine Kelly Lang reading Ridge for Bill. She was like, "What did you do to Bill, Ridge?" I loved it all. The only critique I have for Bold and Beautiful is I did not love that once again the weekly promo looks the same as it did 8 months ago with Bill in the hospital. I
hear that. I have to agree there.
I feel like it should have been Ridge who should have went over the balcony to shake things up
Thank you.
a little bit.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
would love that more. Because here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. I love you, Torsten K. This is no shade against you, but if this was real life, Don Diamont would have kicked his ass. I'm just saying. Now, I ain't going to count and go right about this. Thorne's bitch ass. I don't care about him. But
that's why he could have been put in the coma.
Real life, if this was real life, Ridge would have gone over the balcony. I'm just saying. And I wish it would have been him. Especially with Bill trying to get Brooke back. I feel like this would have been a really good shake-up for Bill to once again lose to Ridge. I think it would have just been better creatively for Ridge to go over the balcony instead.
Okay.
Let me just say this. I gotta get back on my red carpet soapbox.
Go ahead, because then I pulled mine back out too. But go ahead, Candice. Go ahead.
Let me just say it like it is, okay, with this show. All right. I feel as though, we now seen the transformation of Ridge being the bad guy. Okay, congratulations, Ridge. You're now a Jack. A Jack, you know what. For you to have told... Yeah, I had to say to myself, because we got children probably listening to this podcast. So, Candace loves the kids. So, anyway... The thing is that I feel as though I'm seeing the same old from 5 years ago. You have Brooke, Ridge, Bill, now integrate Thorne, who is just, he doesn't know what he wants. All they're playing is Thorne is the puppet. Okay? He's like, look, I have no strings. Look at me. I can, to Katie. I feel as though none of this would have happened if Thorne, he could have his opinion about Bill being a father. Katie, and I've said this plenty of times, to kind of not go along with her own ideas, but listen to Thorne and go after custody for Bill. Really? Okay. Then you have Ridge, who, by the way, should not have integrated himself into this because it was none of his business. This was another Ridge wanted to win over Bill, kind of thing to make him the man, because every woman that Ridge has had has somehow ended up with Bill. Gee, I wonder why. And then on top of that, you have Bill. Now, look, a couple of weeks ago, he was lusting after Steffi.
That was my point. Go ahead, Candace. Come on, go.
A couple of weeks ago,
take it home,
he was having a conversation because Katie's the only woman, and I'm sorry, Brill fans. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry for the Brooke and Bill fans. I'm sorry for the Stephanie and Bill fans. But Katie is the only woman that can actually get through to Bill. Okay.
Preach it.
And
Preach it. Bring it home, girl. Bring it home.
The thing is that I don't need to see when Bill kissed Brooke. I was very proud of Brooke for saying, "What are you doing?" And a couple of weeks ago, when Bill was telling Katie about what he was doing with Steffi, and Katie said, "Well, did you think that was going to go over well?" I mean, the thing is that Bill has the fantasies. He does have the fantasies. But Katie is the reality, okay? And the reality is that these two people have a child together, a child that Bill needs to put first. Yes, he has two grown kids and maybe a daughter. We don't know. I'm just saying. I'm speculating. And then you have Katie, who she needs. You know what? Katie needs to stop thinking of herself as second. That is the problem with Katie. She thinks she's second. And Bill, regardless of what you say about Bill, when Bill and Katie was together, that made sense in a way. because they're both screwed up. But they respect each other, and sometimes they don't. But hey, guess what? Who does? Who really respects each other 129%? If you can tell me that, then okay. But to me, this storyline, if Rich went over the cliff balcony, whatever, and ended up in a coma, I actually would probably applaud the show. But if it was Thorne, I would be more interesting. But if you're going to have Bill and then you're going to have Katie and, like you said, have the time come and get that Emmy nod, girl, get it, then okay, let Bill go into coma. But I feel as though I'm about to see a redo of a storyline that we did a couple of months ago. And I'm sorry, Bold, you need to come up with something. If you have, now look, Casey said I'm a writer, so I'm going to say this. Let Bill wake up with amnesia and think he's with Katie.
So, okay, Candice, I need you to do a quick recap for me. So, I know Bill and Brooke kiss, and Stephanie saw them, right? So, what happened after that? Because it wasn't really.
Stephanie told Daddy.
So, okay, and what Ridge do?
Ridge was like, he was like, let me do this. Let me do it justice. Let me do Thorsten K justice here. Okay. I'll talk to Brooke about this. Brooke, Rich, honey, come on in, Logan. Let's talk. Da-da-da-da. Look, they told me you kissed Bill. If you want to get up on that, you can, or you can be with me. Basically, Ridge gave Brooke an ultimatum.
Now,
he
did
said
Brooke
if you want
reject Bill's advance?
Yeah, Bill kissed Brooke, and Brooke said, "What are you doing? I'm married."
Yeah.
Okay, so Brooke did not want Bill's sword inside of her. I get it.
No. See, okay, there's where I'm going to disagree. Brooke definitely liked Bill's tongue inside of her. She liked being able to say, no, I'm married. Because here's the deal. Every time he excuse my language, every time he sneezes, she goes running over there with a Kleenex. Every time he does something bad, she goes running over with the mommy belt and say, oh, Bill, don't be so bad. Girl wanted more than tongue. Girl wanted nether regions up in her nether regions. That whole no. She's been inviting it. She's been flirting with it. You did not miss the mark there, Casey. She won her some Wild Bill because unfortunately, as much
she wanted
as
the
we
stallion.
As much as we love to say that, he's the Ridge is the bad boy, he ain't even half the stallion that Wild Bill
Look,
is.
There's two things on this show that I need to never hear again. One is Bill doing a neigh sound at Brooke. I never want to hear Number two is I never want to hear Ridge go, Logan. I never want to hear that again. Even though Ron Moss is off the show, Thorsten K says, Logan, 10 times harder. It's like Thorsten K wants to be in a Logan war with Ron Moss. I never want to hear those two
things. He smoked 17 cigarettes and has 4 more going when he says it. Yes,
okay. Honestly,
I'm stepping up. I'm stepping up on the soapbox because it really has to be said. Okay. I love me a triangle. Anywhere else but in LA. Okay, because first off, there are 8.4 million people up in LA. There are not only 7 people to sleep with. But okay, now that I have said that, Bill has been in love with 4 women in 2 years. And they have all been the love of his life. It's just not believable anymore, and it's starting to hurt. Okay, having said that, Brooke is the only consistent character. Brooke has been Brooke all through. She has, thank God, it's the stabling influence of the show, as scary as that is to say. What happened to Quinn? Who the hell is this woman that is masquerading as Quinn? She is...
I did like those Quinn and Penn scenes.
Wait, I must say something real quick. After today's episode, I saw a little bit of my Quinn back. I saw a little glimpse of my Quinn today.
Okay, I didn't see today.
We got our girl back today.
You didn't see today?
Oh, it was
I
sad.
didn't see today.
we
my
got
God,
our
okay.
girl back.
The minute we get off, I'll watch it. Okay, having said that also, it's time to kill Liam. I'm sorry. It's time to kill him. I love me some Scott.
Oh, my God.
Bring him back in general, but it's time to kill him. It's time to kill him.
Here's the thing. Do you remember the classic death of Alice Horton with the donut and, Marlena shoving it down her throat?
We don't talk about that, Casey.
I need somebody to shove a piece of tofu down Liam's throat.
No, we don't need
Oh, Lord.
I need somebody to shove a piece of tofu down Liam's throat. And I need it to be Quinn, okay? I need it to be Quinn.
Thank you. Yes.
No.
And have Pam holding him.
Yeah.
With
Why can't it be the lemon bars?
Let it be a lemon bar. Let Pam will be holding his arms behind his back, and Quinn will shove the lemon bar down his throat.
Quinn can make the tofu, so at least Liam dies with a flavorful piece of tofu down his throat. So,
All right.
So,
For those who didn't see today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, something sad really happened near the very end.
Wait a minute. I'm going to say it like this. To some, it was sad. To
just tell us what it is.
Funny.
Just tell us what it is.
Oh, can I do it? Please, can I do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Pam, as we all know, Pam and Charlie are finally getting married. Yay! So Pam, since this is her wedding, she wants it at the house, okay?
She wants
and as we all know, can you let me get it out there? But she does want the portrait up, but Quinn is like, no, this is not your call. Like, you can't, you're having it at the house, but, so they were tussling back and forth with the portrait. Lord, it went back and forth. Get ready. Shocker.
Oh, Lord.
Quinn stepped on Stephanie, and the picture is torn.
Oh!
Hallelujah.
Eric had the look of disgust. Wait a minute, hold up. Pam was like, because it ripped, like literally her Quinn's shoe. By the way, I think that's a Steve McQueen shoe, I believe.
Yeah.
It is like literally, it was red and black. It was red bottoms with black on it, and it really ripped through the foot.
Okay.
The shoe actually went through the heart part of Stephanie.
Oh, that is good soap.
I was not mad at Quinn. I was mad at Eric for making a cheap-ass portrait, because if Eric would have spent some damn money, then this would have never happened to Stephanie's portrait. I'm just saying. So don't be mad at Quinn. Be mad at Eric.
I'm mad at all three of them. This is how you can be a soap fan. Because, real quick, my thing is that I'm glad that Pam is getting married, but at the same time, and I understand her wishes are, to have her sister present, At the same time, I'm looking at Eric, and I'm like, you know what? This is your house as well as Quinn's house, too. And if your wife does not feel comfortable with the picture being put up, I mean, it's kind of like, all right, if it was my house, obviously I would talk to my current spouse about it. If my current spouse feels a certain type of way about it, I would go to the person and say, hey, look, out of respect, do you mind if we don't hang the picture up, but we can do something to honor Stephanie at your wedding?
Yeah.
If this is real life, this
I would go to church.
It's coming up on the 5th anniversary of Stephanie being gone. So in real life, we should see the aspects where the spouse has been gone long enough for them, to remember and, on an anniversary get really sad. But it's been long enough to where this, Eric can say no to Pam, with Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's been long enough for Eric to really take Quinn's input and be like, okay, you're right, and I respect you. Because nobody has worked harder to get Eric to respect them, unless you count Sheila Carter, because you know Sheila Carter was like, look, Stephanie, get your ass out of my house. He's my man now. I mean, not even Brooke worked this hard to get Eric to hear her opinions. And so I feel like Stephanie's been gone long enough to where Eric says, oh, yeah, we'll come to your wedding. We'll let you use the kitchen to bake the cake, but we all going to meet at a church. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and if you want to be walked down the aisle like a portrait, God bless, but that's the only way we can use this portrait. Yeah,
and this even goes back, you know, I don't know why Eric has disrespected Quinn at every turn. It's almost like he doesn't really love her. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he disrespected her and sided with Steffi over her for a short time. We all remember Sheila. Quinn should have laid into Eric about believing Sheila over her. Now, I get it. You know, Brad wrote a shitty-ass Sheila return story, but those beats should still be played. You know, we shouldn't forget.
Yeah.
You know,
and also the whole Katie dalliance, too. The whole Katie dalliance, too.
Exactly.
She definitely,
So Quinn really needs to be like, either you choose me or you choose somebody else. I mean, we're at that point in the storyline where Eric should be like, Quinn should be like, you choose me or you choose somebody else. It's time. You know, Quinn really needs to ask Eric these big questions about the future of their marriage, because if he keeps disrespecting her like that, then they have nothing. You know, why are they doing this? Why did Quinn work so tirelessly to get this man in her life, only for him to not respect any of her opinions about anything?
Now, see, if they were playing it the beat that he still harbors a little bit of the resentment over what went down with Quinn and Ridge, then it would be a little believable. You know, if a snark was thrown in every once in a while or something. But it's you know, Eric's never been two-faced. They're almost playing it like he's two-faced.
But this would be a good scene for Quinn to say, why have you disrespected my opinion regarding this house we've rebuilt together at every turn? And Eric should say, well, why did you disrespect me and want to lay with my son?
Yeah.
That needs to happen. Those scenes need to happen. And Quinn needs to be like, you're throwing that back in my face? I thought we were over that. And Eric could say stuff like, well, I thought we were over that whole mess of, you know, how I idiotically believed that Sheila was good again. You know, those scenes need to be played. They desperately need to be played right away because of what's happened over the course of today's episode. So, Brad, I know you can write. You know, Brad needs to assign this script to Michelle Valjean. And there you go.
Yes. And on that note, let's get back on the train and head over to Port Charles.
Let's do it.
Dramatic, Anthony.
Yep.
Nobody's going to break my...
We don't have much time.
Well, okay, I can get my work done quick.
I'm gonna
Go ahead, David.
I'm gonna start off. I get my voice back.
There you go.
Number one, I take it Griffin was wrong with what he did. Maybe he shouldn't have gone after Kiki the second they broke up.
I'm so done with it.
But he still does not deserve Ava's act of contrition. Going to the church and telling on him, that was completely over the top. She had no place.
Yeah. I feel like this story started out great, and now it's really gone downhill. And that's how I feel with all of General Hospital. General Hospital is like 3 steps away from greatness. Not being the best soap on the air right now, but greatness. And every turn they start out so good, and then somewhere in the middle of all of their stories they lose it. You know, I could have even tolerated this whole Charlie Pub, you know, random guy, Margot's dad is buried underneath the concrete. I could have tolerated it, but then it became very convoluted, and, you know, this Griffin, Ava, Kiki thing is becoming convoluted as well, because now all of a sudden this Sasha chick likes him all because she stared at his non-existent abs for 15 seconds. So I don't really understand General Hospital. I really don't. And I feel like it's no longer Frank Valentini's fault. I feel like it's too many cooks in the kitchen in terms of Barbara Bloom, in terms of Shelley Altman, in terms of Nathan Varney. Because here's the thing. They need to really get rid of a lot of people. They need to get Nathan to back off. They need to fire Shelley and promote Chris to head writer and have Elizabeth Cordy as his co-head, because, you know, she's been there the longest and Elizabeth knows that show like the back of her hand. They need to get rid, and I'm being honest here, they need to get rid of about 25 cast members. They really do. They need, General Hospital needs to spend 2019 getting rid of 25 cast members. And that means taking a hard look at who they have. Really, they may need to fire some heavyweight daytime soap actors. Get rid of Roger
the thing.
Howard. Get rid of Michelle Stafford. Get rid of the Sasha girl. Really, they're going to have to be very real and really look at themselves. Because right now, General Hospital is the next step for cancellation. Even though Days of Our Lives is in last place, I feel like General Hospital would be the next step for cancellation.
Here's the thing. They're poised. They had the perfect storyline to thin out the cast a little bit. They have Ryan Chamberlain on the loose in Port Charles, and they're playing silly little Morse code games. This is, like, absolutely ridiculous. Now,
where is the super couple? Where is the power couple of Ryan and Ava? That needs to happen.
Exactly. I would, as much as I hate to say this, the day Maura West leaves the show, I'm going to go into a coma, I think. However, I would sacrifice Ava to the manipulations of Ryan, that they team up, he brainwashes her, whatever the hell, however it goes, and they go on a killing spree together. Olivia, bye-bye. Griffin, bye-bye. Nina, bye-bye. Sasha, Kiki. I got a hit list. And the hit list, I love Olivia, but she does nothing. There's nothing for her on the campus anymore. Take her and the kid. You know what? I'm not down with killing kids, but if he's got to go down the stairs with Olivia, I'll be okay with it. Kill somebody. You know, I love me some Felicia. I love me some Lucy Coe, but kill a big name that's going to cause a definite rippling impact. We're never going to see Carly or Sonny go. We're never going to see them go, but that would be the best. That would be the best the soap could do if they killed. I love Laura Wright. I love Carly, but one of the big names, one of the powerhouses, if he, you know,
Here's who I would get rid of. They don't have to be killed. Some could just leave town. But here's who I would get rid of. I would get rid of Kim, Julian, let's see, Michael. I'm sorry, he's got to go. I would also get rid and you know what? Anthony, he could be your big kill because Michael is a huge legacy character. So kill Michael as your big kill.
Yeah, and that would forever, that would seal the deal and get rid of Sonny and Carly forever too. Yeah, actually, that's a really.
You know what?
Although, real quick, you got to say though, there is chemistry with Michael and Maxie. I wish they would go there, but go ahead.
I want them to go there.
I would get rid. Well, Haley Aaron's already leaving, so I hope.
Yeah.
I would get rid of Finn. I would get rid of Margot. I'd get rid of Jordan. I'm just going to say it. This new Jordan is a bust.
Thank you. Thank you.
We all our girl Vanessa. Vanessa, I know you making that money up in, Canada, but how you doing, girl? But please come back. Please, we miss you. I would get rid of Roger Howarth. I would get rid of Lisa LaCicero. I would get rid of... Oh, yeah. You see, David just filled in for our Canadian fans. Oh, no. Oh, yes, honey. I would get rid of Lulu unless they give her a new man. I would get rid of Nina. I would get rid of... No, I'd keep Curtis because I like staring at his ass.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, really... General Hospital currently has 63 cast members. That is too much for even if the show was 2 hours long. I mean, there's just too much, and General Hospital has so much dead weight because, look, I love our friends over there at Soap Opera News. I love you, Michael, and everybody over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But every 2 weeks, it's 3 new cast members join General Hospital. The original voice of Scrappy-Doo is coming to General Hospital as, Margot Dawson's, secret love child. And, it's just too much. I love that girl who played on Dark Shadows in the 90s who's coming to GH. I love her so much. I've always loved her. But what is the point? What is the point of her coming on as Margot's mom? Why is she not playing
Elizabeth's mom? Elizabeth's mom?
Ooh, that would be good. Oh, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm gonna pick you on something, Casey, about this because look, anybody who knows me knows I have a love-hate relationship with General Hospital. And I agree, there are some people that needs to go, and there's some people that needs to be propped up. At the same time, like you said, how come in the last couple of years, and I'm going to speak on behalf of all the fans who've been waiting for this, everybody has a mom except for Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Like the new people get it. Like, Finn got a brother and a father. Elizabeth's been on for over 21 years. We have yet to see her father and her mother. This woman has been raped, gave birth, had weddings, and not once have we seen mom or dad. And the thing is that right now, like you said, there could be a murder storyline about to go down with Ryan. It could be, okay? And the thing is that
yeah, okay, real quick, Candace. Let's be real. We know exactly who the murder story is going to be. It's going to be Kiki, the nurse Mary Pat, and somebody way off campus like, I don't know, Valerie. It's going to be 3 stupid characters that we don't care about. It's
here's the thing. But see, this is General Hospital. I'm going to be honest with you. I have this. As much as I love a whodunit, a murder mystery storyline, because Loving will still have the best freaking murder mystery ever. I'm like, seriously, nobody has been able to do that. And with General Hospital, when I hear about them, maybe killing Kiki off because we know she's leaving, but we don't know if they're gonna her off. I mean, I think they are. They have to be careful because the last time, here's the thing. The last time they did this was the hospital murders, and it was Sabrina. And that was a huge backlash on the show. And the thing is that I personally
did not find that tempo was going, but you're right.
And I look at this, like, to me, with General Hospital, I don't even, the sad thing is I don't trust them to get rid of characters. I don't. What they should do, and I've always said this, is that why not do a spinoff? Why not have Molly and TJ go to New York City or Ron do the Ron Tolt reboot? Y'all talked about it. Why not? Like, to me, there's certain storylines that is like, okay, come on. What? Like, Frank, I'm sorry, I got to get on my soapbox again. There is no triangle with Drew, Sam, and Jason. Let it go.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
you didn't do it. You did not do the story the way you were supposed to do it. It's been a year as of next week that Drew had his memories in a Christmas tree, light box, whatever. You should have had this story already done, sealed, signed, and delivered. I am done with the ongoing drama. There is no ongoing drama.
And I got to be
The only
honest,
thing-
I would also get rid of Billy Miller. I'm going there. I would get rid of Billy Miller because that show is doing him a disservice. And that is no shade against Billy Miller. I want Billy Miller to go somewhere where he would be respected as an actor. That is what I want to happen. And so, I would have Billy Miller go to Days. And I had a question in my head. Hold on. Let me make sure he is old enough. Let's see how old Billy Miller is.
I'm even over the Cameron and Jocelyn and Oscar storyline, and that's coming from me. I wanted Cameron and Jocelyn. He is. The thing is that like with the Cameron and Jocelyn thing, you know what? I had to sit down this week and I was like, Soap Jesus, please tell me I'm not wrong. And then Soap Jesus was like, no, Candice, you're not wrong. And I was like, okay, because the Oscar, Jocelyn, and Cameron storyline reminds me of Emily, Xander, and Nicholas.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I can't. I'm invested in Jocelyn because I've seen her grow on this show, literally grow on the show. I remember when Mama gave birth. I remember. I know her. I know Cameron. Oscar, I'm not feeling him. I'm not feeling him at all. And I mean, when you gave him an illness, okay, I guess I had some kind of connection because I'm like, this young man was lied to, but in a way his mother was protecting him. But even if that, I can't, I mean, there's certain stories that I'm just like, okay, so is he going to die on the show? What are we doing? What are we doing here? We got 3 months. Come on, let's go. Like, TikTok, you're going to have a miracle cure. You're going to cure him. Okay. All right.
Guys, we got to wind up. We got 4 minutes. Want to say your thank you?
4 minutes to save the world.
Okay, so my final thought, I'll just jump right into it. My final thought is that General Hospital, really look at your writing staff and then look at your cast. And I want everybody on the writing staff to write a collective Bible of how they would have in 2019 20 characters leave the show. I want them to come up with a collective story Bible, and I want them to all sign a petition for Frank to stop casting hot men that make him hard, because that is why we have gotten a parade of men that they do nothing with, and it's just getting to the point where it's annoying. Sure, it's a hot guy on a soap sometimes, but I don't need 38 of them who can't act in 2 months. So that's what I want on GH. On Young and Restless, keep doing what you're doing. I'm liking your show again. Loving it. Bold and Beautiful.
Got a minute and a half,
we're trying
guys.
to get through your training. And then Days of Our Lives, you're awesome. Okay, there we go. Nice.
Welcome back, Casey. Everybody, remember what we spoke about at the beginning of the show, and keep on watching. Come back in 2 weeks.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to say. Welcome back, Casey. Happy birthday, Gene Cooper. Candice?
Yep.
Thank
Respect
you,
the
everybody.
genre. Respect the genre and respect the soap batch. Boom.
Support our
Good
soap.
night, everybody.
Support hashtag.
Good night.
Hashtag support our soap.
Good night. Love you guys. Thanks for having me back.
The more you
See you
know.
in 2 weeks.